Welcome to I Do, the ultimate wedding show. I'm your host, Michelle Margaux, and today we're coming to you from the beautiful Thursday Club on Sunset Cliffs, one of San Diego's premier wedding venues. In today's show, we'll hear about some of the hottest trends for 2020 weddings. We'll show you a growing trend in after the wedding photography. We'll share some helpful tips from our relationship expert, and we'll take a walk down memory lane with wedding trends of years gone by. But first, every bride dreams of having the perfect wedding day and, of course, pictures of that day to treasure forever. But life doesn't always work out that way, and after hearing stories of not-so-perfect wedding days, some generous California wedding vendors recently hosted an event right here at the Thursday Club where 8 couples renewed their vows and finally made their dream wedding day come true.
The most special thing about the I Do Redo is helping so many couples celebrate their love in a really special way. A local photographer and I both came together. We both had this similar idea.
Today is basically for couples that are already married but didn't have a good experience with their wedding for whatever reason. Either they couldn't afford to have a big wedding that they wanted, something happened with vendors, crazy things happen during a wedding.
So we merged our ideas together. She reached out to a number of area couples, advertised on some Facebook pages, bridal groups, wedding planning groups, and the couples came forward pretty much immediately.
The reason we're here today is we would like an opportunity to have our photos redone that we were not able to have because we did get married in a courthouse.
They get to have their vows renewed if they wish in a real ceremony and invite real guests. And then of course we're taking pictures for them because many people can't afford a wedding photographer. So we want to make sure that we can provide these incredible photos for them, and as well as getting them the whole bridal experience of picking out their dress, their suit, and getting their hair and makeup done.
I was approached by Andrea and asked if I wanted to participate, and I was all in, all about trying to repair whatever didn't take place or went wrong with them. Yeah, just started at scratch, measured them, got them into some gowns, and we had a few girls who were able to visit and a few who weren't able to, so we just went by measurements. Hopefully everything came out okay.
The dress was a complete surprise, so I didn't even know what dress I was going to be wearing because I didn't have my own wedding dress when we got married in the courthouse. I love this dress, it's amazing.
I've been a wedding officiant for 2 years here in San Diego. You need to talk to the couples to get a feel of where they are, what they want. It's a job that just gives you back more than you give to it. Just to watch couples either renew their vows or to marry for the first time and just commit to each other, their endearing love. There's no greater job.
We are renewing our vows. We originally got married back in September 2017, and no one really knew we eloped. The mailman that was delivering mail to the courthouse took our pictures. A lot has happened in the last 2 months. We've dealt with immigration. He's moved here from a different country.
It means a lot because, we've been through a lot of things during the past 3.5 years, so it means a lot to me. And it's beautiful to be here. It's a beautiful place. The view is awesome. People are friendly. It's awesome.
The Thursday Club is a women's club that actually started in 1921. And in 1927, they built this clubhouse here for all their activities and fundraisers. It's still an active club. We knew it was a really meaningful event, and to be able to offer their space to an event like this was a real pleasure.
Everything was created for them, so really all they needed to do was show up and share their moments with us.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sunset Cliffs is a super important part of what makes San Diego great. So we had all of our couples go down there to take their pictures down by the cliffs with the wind and the waves and the sunset. It was absolutely beautiful.
It was a nice extra special little touch just to make it perfect.
I'm very thankful for everyone that's taking their time.
I'll remember it forever.
What an incredible day. I'm now here with Kathy Miller, the president of the Thursday Club. Thank you so much for joining us.
We're delighted to have you.
So what made you guys want to be involved in the I Do Redo event?
Thursday Club is a philanthropic women's organization, and we've been supporting the San Diego community since the founding of the club in 1921. So we were excited to hear about the vision for I Do Redo, that vendors would come together and donate their time, services, and products to provide dream weddings for couples who hadn't been able to have their own. So it touched our hearts to know that they wanted to do that, and it fit in so well with our mission.
As a wedding venue, what separates the Thursday Club from other wedding venues in San Diego?
Many couples choose this venue because of the spectacular ocean views and lush gardens. So couples are able to have their ceremony down below in the gardens and then come up into the clubhouse for their reception. The clubhouse is historic in every detail, with beautifully maintained hardwood floors, stained glass windows, crown molding. Everything is continually updated and in great shape. And so it's the ocean views and the lush gardens and the beautiful clubhouse that sell our venue.
It is absolutely gorgeous. All right, thank you so much, Kathy. We appreciate it.
We are delighted you came.
All right, well, when we return, we're going to hear from an A-list wedding planner about the hot trends emerging in weddings for 2020. Stay right there. Let's celebrate. Nearly a third of U.S. couples have some kind of vow renewal ceremony, usually to celebrate a milestone anniversary. Welcome back to I Do, the ultimate wedding show. Planning a wedding is exciting, and it's also a lot of work with so many choices and details to decide on. While your wedding should reflect your own style and values, it's always nice to get some inspiration from other couples. We sat down with wedding planner Courtney Tibbetts to get a sneak peek at the trends we'll see at weddings through the coming year.
Planning weddings is my full-time job, and I'm seeing these trends for 2020 and beyond. One of them is digital invites. So some people who where invitations are not a big part of their budget or something that they care about too much, they're going to digital invites. So it's similar to what you would get in an Evite for a party. They have paperless post, there's Minted, there's lots of these places that are popping up, and you can do both your wedding website, your save the date, your digital invitation all in one place, and everybody gets it in an email. It's an easy thing to pull up and get all of the information, find out where the wedding is, when the wedding is, where you're registered, all of this stuff in one place. So it makes it really easy for today's kind of digital world. A big trend for 2020 that I'm seeing is to not have a wedding party. So we are starting to do away with bridesmaids and groomsmen, and I think everybody's really happy about that. So you no longer have to put all of your friends in the same cupcake dress and have all of your guys rent the same suit. A lot of people are concerned that that's going to take away kind of some of the fun out of a wedding. But what my clients do is they're still having their friends come and get ready with them. They're still having their friends come and take pictures with them. But instead of kind of having them all stand up there with you and making this big formal production, it's just a way to get your friends to have a great time with you before the wedding without having the added expense of being in the wedding party. The great savings for brides and grooms is that they don't have to contribute to hair and makeup. They don't have to purchase 8 or 10 bridesmaids bouquets. And it's just still a really great experience with your friends without the added expense and like the added formality of a wedding party. Another wedding trend for 2020 is multicolor wedding palettes. So in the past, oftentimes people thought that they could only choose 1 or 2 colors for their wedding. And now they're choosing 5 or 7 or kind of a variation of a color. Maybe it's pink, and then they go with rose and dusty rose and kind of all of these variations of pink, and maybe even going ombre, going into red, so that that kind of opens up more options for them in terms of clothing, flowers, stationery, everything. So multicolor is big trend for 2020. Having these multicolor palettes just gives you so many more options for every piece of decor in your wedding. Even though doing away with wedding parties is becoming a trend, there are always still going to be bridesmaids and groomsmen. So having this multicolor palette is opening up options to let your bridesmaids choose a dress that fits their body. I think very gone are the days where everybody wears the same dress. It just doesn't look good on everybody. The pictures look dated years from now, and no, they are never going to wear that dress again. So let's let them pick something that they might actually wear again and think about your wedding and have like really good memories of it and have it be a fashion forward piece of clothing. Another trend for 2020 is less formalities in wedding receptions. So it used to be where everybody would have all of the same events happen at each wedding. And a lot of people are feeling more comfortable with completely customizing their wedding day. They are throwing to the wayside trends that don't make sense to them. So I don't often see a garter toss anymore. I don't often see a bouquet toss anymore. People are just wanting to get to the fun parts of weddings, which is drinking, eating, and dancing. And so, you know, if you don't want to do toast, if you don't want a cake because you don't like cake, that's fine. We don't have to do any of that stuff anymore. So clients are feeling much more open to customizing their wedding reception.
2020 weddings are going to be pretty cool. And it's a huge advantage to have a professional by your side as you plan your big day. There's another interesting trend growing in wedding photography. We'll tell you about it after the break. Don't go away. The first recorded evidence of brides and grooms exchanging rings was found in ancient Egyptian scrolls dating back more than 3,000 years. Now there's a trend with staying power.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Ivy Villalobos and this is Life Untapped. Join us as we'll be exploring the extraordinary and unique. This is Life Untapped on YurView.
Welcome back to I Do, the Ultimate Wedding Show. For most women, their wedding gown is the most beautiful and expensive dress they'll ever buy, but they only get to wear it once. There's a new trend emerging that lets brides put that dress back on to get some unique and creative photos after the wedding formalities are over.
I'm Andy King. I'm a wedding photographer in San Diego, California. I do weddings, anything wedding related, trash the dress sessions, engagement sessions. Today's all about trash the dress sessions. We're gonna go get lost in the desert, have a good time, break some rules, fight some heat, get some drinks, and go kill it.
I don't want a hair tie. Yeah.
What I like the most about Kaylee is she's very natural. She's not a model. She hasn't done pictures often, so it's kind of more moldable.
I don't wear makeup, but I see people do their tutorials.
So it's trash the dress session in name only. We're not going out there to intentionally light your dress on fire and destroy your dress. The intention is to go out and create captivating images.
I've actually not ever thought about doing a trash the dress session myself. Andy had reached out to me and asked if I was up for a shoot, and the more I thought about it, I was super excited to do a photo shoot like this.
I actually don't know what they would do the photos for or where they end up. I don't make albums out of them. I think it's more about the experience.
A tiny bit, so just bring a little bit up more here.
So today we're going out to trash the dress with Kaylee. I have an interesting location that I want to photograph. So I actually contacted Kaylee to do this session, and she's game for it in whatever adventure we get into.
So we're talking about like we should be leaving in about a half an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. I don't really have any expectation. I'm winging it. I'm excited to go out and have fun and them tell me what to do, which way to look. I know these photos are gonna come out great. So I'm just gonna have fun with it.
I think a trash the dress is a little bit more adventurous and raw and not so structured.
You look good. Feel it. Do you feel trash the dressy?
I feel super trash the dressy.
We'll grab some props or some things for her to play with.
So what we're gonna do first when we get there is we're gonna pull out the bear head, and then we're going to run loosely around the desert with the bear head. The combination of what was this location and me looking for a location that was similar to Joshua Tree without going all the way to Joshua Tree. So I found this.
Woo!
Yes, it's over.
Can you go all the way up or no?
Yeah, keep it simple like that for a second. Just look back down again.
Can you bend your other leg?
My left one, this one?
No, tilt it in towards the rock more.
I think most of the locations are weird locations because this is a wedding dress. So, and that's the whole contrast of it.
Going a little further. There's nothing underneath.
No, you look great. You look great. Oh, hold on. Cactus, wildlife. Wildlife. No rattlesnakes, no rattlesnakes, no rattlesnakes, no rattlesnakes. Yeah, look at it.
You've got the best sexy eyes ever.
The draw to a trash the dress session is that dress doesn't belong where we have it. Okay, where am I going?
I feel really stuck.
Oh my god. That's rad and weird and white.
Right hand, grab your dress more towards your legs.
Okay, let's go ahead and drop her. I have jumping choya that has jumped into my shoe. Okay, it's not working. No joking. That's a wrap. We're done trashing the dress and we're out of here.
Now that looks like the perfect reuse of a one-time use dress. And she definitely didn't trash the dress, probably just got a little dusty. One trend that is always in style is having a strong and happy relationship with your spouse. And our I Do resident relationship expert, Dana McNeil, has some tips for keeping your marriage blissful after the wedding.
Hi, I'm Dana McNeil, and I'm the I Do resident relationship expert. I'm here to help you be the best couple that you can be, to give you tips and tricks on how to be a master of relationship versus a disaster of relationship. So it's natural for you to need space. Some of us are introverts and some of us are extroverts, and some of us need a little more time to ourselves so that I can recharge, so that when I do spend time with you, it's quality, not quantity, like we were talking about, right? I need to be able to say to my partner, hey, I'm gonna go read, or I'm going to go surf on the internet for a while, or I'm gonna go take a walk by myself. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with your relationship if you need time by yourself. And you probably didn't know this before you got married, because if you weren't living together, your partners had all the time they need to recharge before they come visit you when you guys go out on your date, right? So it's okay, we need to have these conversations. How do I let you know when I need space? What does it sound like? What's gonna be okay with you? What's not gonna hurt your feelings? And not see it as something that you're saying that I'm not interesting or you don't love me. No, we're different people. And we should probably check in about our rituals when we come home from work. I need some time when I come home from work, right? I've been giving all day to the world and I don't have anything left. I want to go and spend some time by myself. But I let my partner know in advance, hey, I'm gonna need about 30 minutes. I had kind of a rough day. I wanna respond to a couple of emails. Then could we go check in and have dinner together? Great, I put my partner on notice. I didn't just come home cranky, snap at them, give them monotone answers, a yes and a no to let them know, hey, don't bother me. They don't know that, right? I have to be able to own that I need some space. So it's important for couples to get into the habit of saying, what do you need for space? How much do you need? And what's the best way for me to say it so you can hear it?
Great advice there. And if you would like to ask Dana a question, follow us on Instagram and post your question there. Who knows, Dana may talk to you directly on a future show. When we return, we'll take a nostalgic look back at some wedding trends that have come and gone over the past decade. Stay right there. Listen up. Experts agree being a good listener is one of the most important skills for effective communication. Welcome back to I Do. If you've seen any wedding website or bridal magazine lately, you know there's a lot of focus on the latest trends in all things wedding. And this isn't a new phenomenon or something brought on by millennials. Since we've focused on current trends in today's show, we wanted to take a look back at some of the trends whose time has come and gone.
My name is Matt Phipps. I'm a wedding DJ. I've been a full-time wedding DJ since 2006, and I've been doing weddings since 2002. It's a lot of fun. It's really great to see people on the best day of their life, and you really absorb a lot of the positive energy and the excitement, and just everyone is there to have a great time. You know, having been at over 1,000 weddings, I have seen a lot of change and a lot of fads come and go and trends, some for better or worse, as we like to say. I think, starting with the one that was so powerfully strong, and just at every wedding when I started, was chocolate fountains. And you'd have fruit and different things like bananas or snacks that you could put in this chocolate fountain and then get this chocolate rolling down. And at first when you saw it, it was really cool, and then over time it became something where every bridal bazaar you go to, there's chocolate fountains on every turn. And then eventually, like within a couple of years, it went from every wedding there's a chocolate fountain, and it was this thing that people were excited, to just never seeing them at all. And I think that really defines like a gimmicky trend. Colors have really changed in the time that I've been a DJ. But there's a lot of really bold accent colors. And the bridesmaids' dresses were like Valentine's Day red. And the same thing, turquoise would be one that you'd see everywhere. And even the uplighting in the ballroom would be turquoise. And then the table runners are turquoise. The napkins are turquoise. And now, in the last 3-4 years, it's really a lot different. Things are very neutral. It's almost like people, they don't want to be bold. They really want everything to be timeless. But for the most part, yeah, people are making it their own more than ever. Yeah, having been fortunate enough to see a lot of trends come and go over the year, some of them you miss. Like I kind of miss getting my hands dirty with chocolate from the chocolate fountain, but I'm always happy to see what comes next, and it makes it a really exciting part of the job.
I still love those chocolate fountains. That's all we have for you on this edition of I Do. A big thanks to the Thursday Club for hosting us here today. To keep up with me and everything happening here at I Do, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see this and all of our shows, plus special bonus content. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Michelle Margaux, and I'll see you next time on I Do.